Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Estelí FC 1, Alajuelense 1 in the CONCACAF Central American Cup 2024 final. Leg 1, Alajuelense gets the result they wanted. Give or take, they got the away goal. It's a draw, but I said keep it close. You have a good chance at home. And the way they played, I didn't think they'd get blown out, but there were moments there where they're lucky they didn't. Estelí FC 1, Alajuelense 1 en la Copa Centroamericana de la CONCACAF. Final, partido, ida. Estelí empate de la campeones. Alajuelense, líder de la goals de visitar. Alajuelense has the lead on away goals. If they had a 0-0 draw at home next week, they win the tie straight up on away goals, which would suck. Let's be fair. It would suck to lose on away goals if you're Estelí. Do I think Alajuelense will score at home? Yeah, a 1-1 draw next week would mean extra time for this tie, which is very possible. I wouldn't be surprised if it does go all the way. But the way this has been played, I think Alajuelense needed this result, a result like this, a 1-0, 2-1 win, or a 1-1 draw. As long as they kept it close, they have a chance next week to do just enough and win the tie, because that's the way they play the game at this point this year. But goals are scored as follows. 13th minute, Delis Vargas Blanco scores. Byron Bonilla crosses the ball in. Blanco's right there to body the ball into the net past Moreira. Was it pretty? No. Was it a goal? Yes. Estelí leads 1-0, 1-0 esta noche. Was it the prettiest goal? No. But what Estelí does, they win at home. They don't lose at home. Is it pretty sometimes? No. It was never going to be that pretty for them if they were going to win this tie. Just the way Alajuelense plays and the way they play, it was never going to be that pretty. But it was a goal nonetheless. Brought two defenders with him, bodied the ball into the net, off the shoulder, off the chest. Easy as you like. It wasn't pretty, but a perfect cross by Bonilla for sure. 37th minute, penalty is given to Alajuelense on VAR. On the free kick, players pulled down by a shirt. He spins out, falls to the ground. They check it. It's a penalty given, rightfully so, which means Celso Borges steps up to take the penalty in the 37th minute. He bangs it past Vega, a banger of a penalty, a shot ball off the penalty into the net. It was never going to get saved. It goes in. A rocket, 1-1, 1-1. They have the draw. And up until that penalty, Estelí was the better team. Then after that penalty, Alajuelense finished off the first half as the better team and started the second half as the better team. Then they let Estelí chase the game. They defended very well. They became nails on defense. Unsurprisingly, that's the way they've been playing this whole tournament. And I guess at this point, playing chicken with the champion's curse, it's worked this whole time. It's only got to work 90 more minutes. Maybe 120, depending. Halftime, 1-1, 1-1, miro tiempo esta noche. Full time, 1-1, 1-1 esta noche, partido ida. Away goals to Alajuelense, goals de visitar para Alajuelense. And we'll see what happens next week. It's that simple. It's not that good of a game. I can tell you that much. This game sucked to a certain extent. But that's the way Alajuelense's played this whole tournament. I'm shocked they have 16 goals all tournament. It does not seem like that. It does not at all. A lot of them came against LA Firpo, but it's been 10 games, 9 games of the tournament. 10 for the final. 4 of those goals came against LA Firpo, so that's really just 12 over 7 other games. Yeah, they've done enough to win, but it seems like a lot when you think about it. Full-time stats are as follows. 13 shots to 6. 4 shots on goal to 6. 52% possession to 48% possession. 402 passes to 363. 90% pass accuracy to 88% pass accuracy. 12 fouls to 11. 2 offside to 0. 3 yellow cards to 4. 0 red cards to 0. 4 corners to 2. Alajuelense, I mean, they did what they were supposed to do on the road. They didn't let Real Estelí beat the hell out of them, like an opposite of what happened last year in Estelí. Last year, Alajuelense rocked up down there and gave them a slap. And again, it's very hard for Estelí to lose at home. They didn't lose at home this time, and it was a pretty tight draw, and frankly, they probably should have won. But they fumbled the bag multiple times in the first half after the first goal, and then the second half, Alajuelense were nails defensively. They were nails defensively. They were perfect defensively. I will not give a man of the match because I'll tell you one thing. All that Alajuelense defense, all 5 of them, that's the man of the match. I know Borges scored the penalty. I get it. That goal for Estelí wasn't pretty, and it was very scrappy. I can't really hold that against anybody. Like, legitimately, he was holding off 2 defenders. Like, you can't beat that. It's that simple. If somebody's going to be Superman and just hold off 2 defenders and then body the ball in with his chest, it is what it is. Off of a pinpoint cross centering pass, it is what it is. I think Alajuelense's defense drew them this game, got them the away goal, and basically gave them the lead going into the second leg because away goals count. They have the lead because of that defense. They were nails in the second half. The first half, there were definitely moments where Estelí fumbled the bag, for sure, after that first goal, and even before. And then they also sort of fumbled the bag on the back end when they gave away the penalty. They fumbled the bag multiple times. They're going to regret that. I don't know what they'll regret more, not scoring more than 1 goal at home or allowing the penalty. I don't know which one they'll regret more. If they lose, they'll probably regret both. Especially if you lose 1-0 or draw 0-0, you lose. Maybe you regret the penalty more than the frickin' you didn't score more when you should have scored more. But Estelí were the much better team for 37 minutes of the first half. They had a lot of possession in the second half. They were chasing the game. That Alajuelense defense was nails. Point blank, period. If that defense wasn't as nails as it was tonight, they lose the game. They probably lose the tie right there. Just like how Estelí lost a tie in the first leg at home when they had not lost at home at all in last year's tournament. And, well, I already moved it. They did not lose the tie here. That's the big point. I said as point blank period in the prediction. If this game is a ass kicking, preferably for Real Estelí, but either side, this tie's over. And it was more likely in my head that Estelí would kick Alajuelense's ass tonight at home. There were moments where it looked like that. They didn't. And here we are. They didn't, here we are. So the second leg is leaning more towards Alajuelense. They have played chicken with a champion's curse for 9 games. For 9 games going on to 10. They have played ugly, defensive, turgid, park the bus. We're afraid to pass the ball and cross our halfway line football, especially after we score. That's what they've done. They've went from high-flying last year, winning the trophy, high-flying, attacking, amazing football, to playing the punkiest football, the weakest football I've ever seen, and somehow not gotten champions cursed yet. Either it all builds up for them to choke at home and be probably the biggest dick punch in a final for the champions curse, or they actually beat the champions curse playing the most punk-ass, turgid football this side of Jamaica. This side of frickin' McLaren. Steve McLaren, yeah. I don't like the way Alajuelense is playing, but it's worked. It's worked this year. I guess I should shut up. When you win it, I'll shut up. If you win the trophy next week, wearing my suit, I'll be like, hey, good job. You played punk-ass turgid football after last year winning the trophy as high-flying Bombers. I guess you could win both ways. Good job. You still got 90 minutes and maybe 30 more, depending. A 1-1 draw would make it 30 more, which, with the way Estelí plays, I kind of feel like that's possible. If you score a goal and you're Alajuelense, you're putting yourself in position to have an extra 30 minutes, depending on what happens throughout the rest of the game, especially if you score really early. If you lose, well, yeah, 1-0, that'd be away goals and 2 goals. You would have to score a goal if they score first. There you go. Tie up the away goals and have the lead unless you score. And then extra time if you score. But it's very interesting, frankly. They've played chicken with a champion's curse for 9 games, and it hasn't bit them in the ass yet. I wonder if it will. I wonder if it will. Let's remember the second leg of last year's final at Alajuela was a 1-1 draw after Alajuelense had kicked Estelí's ass at Estelí. Does that switch? Does Estelí remember that and they wanted to set this up perfectly? Twilight Zone theme starts playing. Or X-Files. X-Files, my bad. Theme starts playing. Weird. Maybe they want to kick your ass at Alajuela and they know they can. Be kind of funny if that happened. Not because I want to see it happen, but more because it'd be funny. It'd be funny. That's called Champion's Curse. That would definitely be Champion's Curse moments. But with that being said, we're 90 minutes away. A week away, then 90 minutes away from seeing if the Champion's Curse is still a thing. Or does it finally get beaten? And the question is does it come back or not? We'll have to wait for a new champion to figure that out. If Alajuelense doesn't go for a three-peat, doesn't really count if they do win. We'll have to wait till 2026 with a new champion to figure that one out. But with that being said, Alajuelense, you did enough. At least tonight. We'll see if it's enough next week. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow, 11:45, almost high noon for Heidenheim versus Chelsea in the Conference League phase. 4 matches of 6 of the league phase, of course. We are 2/3 of the way through at the end of it. We will review the game once it's over. Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. We got a Thanksgiving special, American Thanksgiving special for everybody, even though I don't think they celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow in the UK or Germany, and they don't in Canada either. But we have an American Thanksgiving special. Some Thanksgiving football. Not what you think, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm running them out. Peace.